I'm Liberty Goodswen, a felting artist and teacher, and in this clip I just want to run through a few tips it's good to know when you're starting out felting. First of all, when you're holding your needle, if you're not having a holder, a wooden holder or a plastic holder, try and hold them at the very tippy bit where you've got the bend there, and go down vertically. If you try and hold it like a pen and bend into the mat like this, you'll find that your needle will bend and eventually break. So try and hold it always very at the top. Now I'm going to run through a few little tips using the actual wool. First we're going to go through blending. I've put the wool on this white piece of felt so you can see the different colours. These are all different shades of green. I want to do the stem of a flower, but I don't want it all look one colour. So I've got a selection of different shades of green, from lime green to dark to sort of grey green. I put them on top of each other like that, making sure that they're lying flat and with the ends, and so not crossing each other. And I'm going to pull them apart and lay them flat on top of each other. Try not to bend over like that, because you always find that you get a curve at the top and that ends up with it bunching up. So pull and place, pull and place. If you're pulling from the end, you'll find that you're mixing very well because there's just a few strands are coming out. If you're trying to pull too much, it's just going to lock in there. So just do that a couple of times, 10 times really, for something well blended. You don't always want it really well blended. Sometimes to have a streak of dark or streak of light really works nicely. There we have blended wool. Next we're going to do twisting. Because this is going to be the stem of a flower, I want it to be a bit like this tulip, quite smooth and straight. So for smooth and straight with wool, if you twist it, it can be really good, like that. So I'm going to twist. I'm going to get my pink needle, which is my 38, and I'm going to fix one end in place where I want it, like that. So that's reasonably secure. And I'm going to twist. I probably put too much wool in there. I'm going to take some of that out. I don't need quite that much. And we're going to twist and twist, and that keeps all the loose ends inside and being twisted. I want to do this in a slight shape, slight curve, like that. And that way I've got a nice neat line. If I want to neaten it up even more, I follow my fingernail down, my fingernail. I just use it as an edging. And then with little scissors like this, I find ones with a curve at the end seem to be designed perfectly for the task. And there we go, neatening up at the edge. Again, I just put my finger there and work down the nail. If I did that, that could be painful. So there we are. So you've got a nice line. Next is fixing. If I wanted to add a leaf, say made of craft felt, I could add it like that, and I could just prod through down the central vein of the leaf, and it would stay in place reasonably, but any give or take, it would come off quite easily. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to take a contrasting wool colour, maybe a bit of yellow, or possibly even a bit of white. And this time I'm going to use my red needle, and I'm just going to go down that central vein. I did give it a little twist there too, just to make it a strip of wool, sorry. There we go. So now we have something that is fixed. No glue, no needle and thread, but that is fixed quite well there. I'm also going to fix this little flower on top, but for that I'd like a little ball. Now to do that ball, I'm going to be doing some rolling. Rolling is especially useful because if I want to try and get a ball in there and I have loose wool, if I use this colour here, you can see it's going to be quite difficult. How do I get that as a ball? I have to pull it in with the edge of my needle like that, and I'll be going round and it will take me a while. So what I do, this has been blended. This is some pinks, some yellows and some reds that have been blended, as opposed to the solid red. Can you see how that different? It just gives it a slightly more natural colour. I'm going to roll these in between my fingers like this. Roll, 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 roll. You're always going to have some loose ones, but that now is going to be much easier. Put my finger to hold it in place, working round, prod round the outside, and I have my ball. I go over it a little bit on the centre, shape it, and there you go. So those are few little techniques for actually shaping the wool as you're using it. You might have noticed that when I was felting, I'm holding the needle right at the tip, right where the little L shape is at the top. Try not to hold your needle as though it were a pen. If you hold it down there, your wrist is doing a lot more action, a lot of bending, and it's much more tiring. And also you tend to bend the needle. It's sort of it's that stroke which bends the needle, and then they get weak and can break. So try and hold it at the top, and you're doing much more of a vertical prod. Even if you're coming in at an angle, you've still got your needle quite straight. The action is quite straight. So there we go. A few tips for you. I hope they help. I hope you found those tips helpful. If you want to do some more felting and are looking for an online club, there's always the Home Felt Club. To find out more, visit sweetlibertybelle.com, and on there you'll find all about the Home Felt Club. We have monthly tutorials and projects, an online community, and discounts for supplies as well. If you'd like to find out more, you can always email me, Liberty Goodswen. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye for now.